Good day to our dear viewers. Welcome here in La Talk in Venture Capital TV. My name is Javier, and I will be your host for today. And like every session, we bring you the innovation, technology, and solutions you want to hear about. And you get to hear it directly from the founders of the CEOs. And the best part, you are able to address any question you might have directly to them. We will be addressing them if time allows us to do so. But before we move on to the interview for today, as a reminder, you can always see our previous shows and content by visiting latoken.com/VCTV/shows. Follow us on our socials like in Facebook and Twitter. If you're watching us on YouTube, just hit the subscribe button so you can always be informed of great content opportunities and even giveaways. Important reminder, anything mentioned here is not any type of financial advice. Please do your research before making a decision. It's your choices and your responsibility. And with that said, I would like to bring in my guest for today, Paul Farhi, representing AI Tech. Paul, very good to have you here.
Nice to see you.
And together also is my colleague for Riaz from La Token. Welcome, Riaz.
Thanks, Javier. Great to be back again.
Fantastic. Paul, very interesting project you have. I was reviewing it, and it promises a lot. It's like something completely different, and we would like to address this with several questions we have prepared, plus questions we may receive from the audience as well. So, if you're ready, I would ask you first if you could introduce yourself a little bit and the team behind the project.
Yeah, so my name is Paul Fari. I'm one of the founders of Solidus AI Tech, currently based in Dubai. We've had a series of expos here that we've been attending. And yeah, there's a lot going on here, a lot of networking, and there's some really interesting partnerships that we've been working on, and also lots of conversations and meetings with VCs and family offices.
That's great, Paul. Maybe we can get right into it then. Maybe walk us through some of the problems that you and the founders saw in the current marketplace, and how, what motivated you to create AI Tech. Maybe just walk us through this.
Yes, a good question. So the parent company, Solidus Technologies, were incorporated in the heights of the bull run back in December of 2017. We incorporated as an organization to mine Ethereum. We raised around 4 million sterling from a network of high net worth individuals and sophisticated investors. And we utilized those funds to purchase thousands of GPUs. And we also built an 8,000 square foot data center in Bucharest, Romania. And we began mining Ethereum around August 2018. And that's pretty much what we've been doing for the last sort of 3-4 years. Early last year, we kind of looked at the business, and we didn't see the vision in continuing to mine Ethereum for many more years. And we wanted to be proactive in switching and shifting our focus on something a little bit different to mining Ethereum. And that's where we come up with the strategy of switching over to artificial intelligence. And this is where Solidus AI Tech was kind of born. So we're the subsidiary company of the parent company, Solidus Technologies. And the idea behind it is that the 8,000 square foot data center that we have will be housed with thousands of HPC servers that we can utilize with artificial intelligence. We're going to be building an infrastructure as a service platform where the high performance computing power that we're going to be generating can be rented by organizations. And we also have a number of artificial intelligence as a service software applications that our research and development team are currently working on. And those services can be licensed again by governmental authorities and big corporations.
Great. Thank you, Paul. Now, a lot of our viewers are not really technical people. I'm sure they do understand artificial intelligence, but in order for them to grasp a little bit the idea, can you please explain in a way of elevator pitch, let's say in a couple of minutes, the whole concept and the benefits of AI tech to them in normal plain language?
So artificial intelligence, the market is growing exponentially. So the growth compound annual rate is 40.8% per annum currently, and the market is expected to grow to $1 trillion by 2028. So it's a growing market. We are also in the crypto market as well, which again is a growing market. So we've combined two markets that are explosive, and we have the recipes to be very successful in what we're looking to achieve. But artificial intelligence is going to become part of our lives, whether we like it or not. You know, some people agree with it, some people disagree with it, but it's happening whether we like it or not. It's going to replace a lot of jobs, but it's also going to create a lot of jobs as well. And this is the market that we are now involved in, and we believe in the market. And there's so many things that we can do to help speed up the processes of many different industries, and also help different industries with things like medicine, you know, to discover cures and vaccines on the medical side of things. That's going to, you know, put, you know, a lot of positive back into the world.
You talk about this connection of the crypto industry combined with the AI industry. So maybe you could walk our potential investors or traders of the future through the business model. How do you expect that to work?
Sure. So, okay. So at the moment, we have an 8,000 square foot data center. We are going to be filling that up with HPC servers and cabinets. And that's part of the funds that we're raising. I would say around 90% of those funds will be utilized to purchase the HPC servers and cabinets. We have 2 megawatts of power installed, and we can scale up to 10 megawatts. We're building the infrastructure as a service platform where our services can be licensed. So the software applications for artificial intelligence. We also have the high performance computing power that can be rented. The idea behind the token, so we've launched a token, ATEC, is the token can be used to purchase the services. And if you use the token, then you will gain a discount on those services. What we'll then be doing is we'll be burning a proportion of those tokens each quarter, meaning that we are a deflationary token. We also have a staking platform that we are currently in the process of building. So because the way it's going to work is once we've concluded the ICO raise, we're then going to need around 12 to 18 months to utilize those funds to buy the goods, get them delivered, install them, test them, and then get them live. So we want to have some kind of mechanism in place that will incentivize our community to hold the tokens as opposed to selling, which will obviously stabilize the price. And so the staking platform will be live shortly after we list. We're the world's first artificial intelligence utilities token to be used to license software applications for artificial intelligence, and also to rent the high performance computing power that we're going to be generating. So we've kind of combined crypto with artificial intelligence and HPC services.
No, that's great. And as you said, you're one of the first, or the first company in the world to do that, right?
Well, there are other companies that have tokens attached to AI as a service, but they don't then have the HPC power that they're generating themselves. They will probably be outsourcing that power to other entities. So us having this combined into one area is more cost effective for us because we're providing our own power.
Okay, I got it. Great. Now let's move a little bit back about the token itself. Let's talk about the benefits of the token has for the investors. What can investors expect when they're going to be investing in your token?
Yeah. Okay. So investing in the token, obviously, if you're going to use the token, if you have a need for AI services or HPC power, you can use the token to buy the service and you'll get a discount. It's a deflationary token. So token holders that are purchasing them for an investment will have the benefits of long-term growth because we're always going to be burning the circulation supply. There's a staking platform that we're going to be making live shortly after listing, so you can earn rewards for staking. We're also in the process of launching some avatars, NFTs, and the idea behind them is that we're building a metaverse that the avatars will be able to be taken into once it's built in the next sort of 12 to 18 months.
Okay, very interesting. Thank you.
Yeah, I guess since we're talking about the tokens as from an investor's perspective, we could touch on the fact that you're currently going through an IEO on our platform, and that's actually ending, if I'm not mistaken, tonight at midnight, actually. And just maybe we could touch on the IEO, some of what your expectations are for this round, and some of the benefits in participating within the IEO here in LaToken.
Yeah, so the IEO that we listed last week has been going pretty well with LaToken. The benefits of using LaToken to buy into the ATEC tokens is the minimum entry levels a lot lower than what we're accepting on our platform. So currently we're at $500 minimum. The reason we did that is because there's a lot of admin work that we're having to do in the background, and we're doing all of our KYCs manually. So having investments coming in below $500 just doesn't make sense financially, because the amount of manpower that we're having to put in to get all of the KYCs processed manually. So the benefits of using the token is that you can buy the tokens lower than $500, and obviously you're a known exchange as well.
Yeah, and what was unique, I guess you're going through a public fundraise right now through an ICO, and what I've noticed is that you're doing this 5% price hurdle every week, where the price is increasing. I think another unique feature on the IO this week through our platform is, of course, you have that price discount versus what's publicly available. So I thought that was kind of interesting as well, that you may want to.
Yeah, so the benefits as well is that there's a lower price because the token have taken an allocation. We've offered a 10% discount on the tokens on the tokens platform.
Yeah, very good. Just a last question on this. Any thoughts on what an investor journey could look like over the next 3 years?
So the first goal that we have is that we want to become the largest, if not one of the largest HPC centers in Europe. There's a significant lack and a demand for HPC power in Europe. European-based countries consume a third of the world's HPC power, but they only output 5% of it. So there's a need for what we're doing, and providing we get close to our hard cap of 42.8 million, that will allow us to become one of the largest HPC centers in Europe. So our goal really in the next 2 years is to become one of the largest in Europe. And then the 5-year goal would be to become in the global top 10 for HPC centers.
Javi, I think you're muted still.
Sorry, it always happens. Now, I would like to remind our viewers that in order to learn more about this project, please visit the website, AI or tech.io. You'll find more information about the team, the project, the benefits, the roadmap, and so on. And if you want to get more closer to the community, here you can find the Twitter handle, which is AI Tech Twitter. Please feel free to visit it. Now, I would like to show something very impressive, which is a little visual that the team has, and I think this will give us a very clear idea about the project in case there was any doubt. So, Paul, if you allow me, I would like to show the video that you have.
Yeah, sure.
Solidus Technologies, established in 2017, is now launching Solidus AI Tech. Solidus have completed the build of their eco-friendly data center and are now ready to commence the installation of their high-performance computing infrastructure. We will then launch our infrastructure as a service platform where governmental authorities, megacorps, SMEs, and professionals will be able to purchase artificial intelligence services seamlessly using the world's first AI utility token, ATEC. Solidus is a strong supporter of the Crypto Climate Accord, which is focused on decarbonizing the cryptocurrency industry. Our parent company, Solidus Technologies, have partnerships with governmental authorities, Microsoft, Soft Galaxy International, and Optoelectronica. Solidus will work closely with government organizations within the defense sector who have a significant demand for AI services. Join the wave of the future. Artificial intelligence can be used in a variety of ways. For example, to supplement medical and health data to discover cures, produce vaccines, as well as self-driving cars, face and voice recognition, border control to secure societies, greenhouse automation and traffic congestion for smart cities. Solidus is also building blockchains for governments which help to facilitate smart contracts for healthcare, voting, taxation, supply chain trackability, and land registration. The AI Tech token can be bought, staked, or held. ATech. To purchase your ATech tokens, please visit us at www.ai-tech.io.
Wow, great video. Very, very good. Well done. Now, talking about that, where it mentioned what areas they will be able, people will be able to make use of artificial intelligence. If I mention a couple of these areas, can you actually explain to us how it can help?
Yeah, so I mean, when it comes to the areas in which we can help, it's mainly going to be organizations that have software applications for healthcare that will then use that on our platform. So not only are we going to be making our own software applications for artificial intelligence, which is what our research and development team are currently working on, it's also organizations that have their own software applications, for example, healthcare, or border control. They can bring their software applications to our platform, and they can then rent our hash power. So there's many different services out there globally that individuals or companies will have that they can bring to our platform. But our research and development team are also working currently on our own bespoke software applications that will go on our platform. And then more importantly, if you have like an organization that has a need for some software, our research and development team based in Romania, they can build bespoke software applications to then go onto our platform. And again, those services will be then powered by our high performance computing power.
Okay, so example, let's say my company is a company dealing with self-driving cars, and it will come to you, Paul. How would you? Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, so like I said, there's many different use cases. So self-driving cars, there may be a car manufacturer that would like to have a software application built for their self-driving cars. They can then come to us with that scenario, and we can then help them build the software application to then go onto our platform. And then that can then be powered by the high performance computing power. Or you may have a manufacturer that already has their own software applications that they've built in-house, which is probably going to be more than likely the case. And then they can then bring that software application to our platform, and then you can then license rent the hash power that we're going to be generating from the HPC center.
Okay, that sounds fantastic. And I have a list in front of me of those areas which you're able to help. It's a list of 10 different business areas. And correct me if I'm mentioning any wrong, but this ranges from self-driving cars, face and voice recognition, medical industry, healthcare, recruitment, sales automation and lead generation, virtual assistants, traffic congestion, smart cities, border control, secure societies, agriculture, greenhouse automation. So you will be able to assist these different companies in these business areas, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, there's tons and tons of different areas that we can help with. We didn't want to list them all on the website because there's so many, but these are just examples of industries that we can help with our software applications, and also the high performance computing power that's needed.
I think one of the stats you mentioned earlier, which was kind of mind-blowing to me, was the European one, if I'm not mistaken. You're suggesting that, I mean, you're saying that Europe, I guess, exports a lot of their computing power. They just don't have it geographically where they can tap into this. So where do they usually draw it from? I guess it's from North America or the US, typically?
So you have an issue with latency, so high and low latency. So European-based countries would see more value in using a European-based HPC center because of high latency. So there's a bit of a gap in the market. I mean, look, there are HPC centers in Europe. We're not going to be the only one. but there is more demand for them, and the demand's always growing as well for this particular power. And that's why we decided to build in Europe. We also have most of our team based in Romania, where we benefit from very low electricity costs and one of the fastest internet speeds in the world. So when we have our infrastructure as a service platform live and our HPC centers up and running, then we'll definitely attract a lot of European-based countries that have organizations that want to use or need to utilize high-performance computing power. And that's where we step in.
Great, fantastic. Paul, thank you very much for all information for the video. I'm sure I'm sure our viewers are will be very interested and will be visiting your website. And just for them, as a reminder, please visit ai-tech.io, where you'll be able to access more information about the white paper, the team, the community, and what this project is all about. With that said, Paul, we appreciate having you here. Well, do you have any final words for our viewers today?
I mean, look, obviously you can purchase the tokens on the token. So I'm not going to try and drive the business to my website. There is a 10% bonus for or discount, shall I say, for buying on the token platform. We have a lot of launch pads and listings that we're working on outside of the token at the moment, because we want to gain as much exposure as possible, and we don't want to rely on just one launch pad or one exchange. So there's announcements that we're making pretty much every day on different developments within the company. So if anybody wants to know more about the project, I would suggest joining our Telegram channel, which is pretty active, and all of our social media channels, which I'm sure you'll share in the link. And keep an eye on the project. We have a lot going on, and we have a lot of positive things happening, things we're working on in the background that we'll be announcing in the next couple of weeks.
And your project goes live, I believe, in the third quarter. Oh no, actually this summer in July.
So we have our scheduled listings for the beginning of June, but obviously that is all dependent on the market sentiment, which last couple of days has been looking quite good. But who knows? We want to be listing when there's a bit more bullishness in the marketplace, and obviously will give us more volume when we list. But that's something that myself and the team will have to speak about nearer the time. But currently we're raising funds in the ICO. We're in the public round, and we've raised around 6.5 million so far. We've got a way to go to get to the hard cap. But ultimately, we've pretty much superseded the soft cap with the grant that we got accepted for at the end of 2020. It's just that we've not been able to draw down on it as of yet because of COVID, and there were some political matters that delayed the drawdown. But we've now been told that within around 40 days we should be able to draw down on the grant, and that actually takes us beyond the soft cap of 8.1 million. So anything above this soft cap now, hitting the soft cap allows us to run the business on a very small scale. But to become one of the largest in Europe, we need to get as close to that hard cap as possible. That's why we're really now sort of opening up to institutional investors and VCs, etc., because we want larger investment to help us to achieve our goal of 42.8 million.
It's fantastic.
Great.
Have you any more questions on your end?
Not from my side. Riaz, do you have something else?
No, I think I'm good as well.
Okay, Paul, appreciate very much having you here. It was great to hear from your project. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And to our viewers then, thank you. Please, again, remember to visit the website. You're still on time to join this great project. And until then, we'll see you on the next show. Stay safe.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Let's do this again soon. Take
Goodbye,
care, Paul.
gentlemen.
Thank you.